Hey everyone, and welcome to the Hangout. The Blue Ocean Film Festival is about to start again. In November, on the banks of the St. Petersburg, Florida, beautiful area, a worldwide event is going to be bringing together explorers, innovators, filmmakers, conservationists, and scientists for the ocean. This Hangout, we will be going over a few of the aspects of the festival with these filmmakers and the actual runners of the festival itself. So let's dive right in. Let's start off with the actual head honcho herself, the founder, CEO of Blue Ocean Film Festival, Debbie Kinder. Welcome to the Hangout.
Hi, glad to be here.
Can you tell us a little bit about Blue and what the theme is this year?
Well, Blue is a film festival, but that's really the tip of the iceberg. It is also a conservation summit and an industry conference as well as a community outreach. And one of the things that we're focusing on is this final frontier of ocean exploration. There's still so much to do. It's exciting technology. And one of our main films is Jim Cameron's 3D film where he did his record-breaking descent to the Marianas Trench. So exploration is something that's very exciting. We will have equipment on display, but we want families and kids and everyone to come and see and be just to be amazed by the technology.
Well, that's fantastic. Really looking forward to seeing James Cameron's film. Can you tell us a little bit about the venue this year? It's taking place in St. Petersburg, correct?
Yeah, this is a new venue for us, and it was a kind of an unplanned move, but we found the locations here and the city's ambiance along the Tampa Bay and as well as the Gulf of Mexico. It borders kind of both, and then have fabulous venues, beautiful performing arts centers, theaters, but even more than that, we have great collaborative partners. Everything from all the arts, the Museum of Fine Arts, the Dali Museum, to the very renowned Journalism Institute, the Poynter Institute, to the Florida Orchestra, who's doing a joint event with us. So we've got, and not to mention the U.S. University of South Florida's College of Marine Sciences and all the other, marine things that we would typically join up with, but great partners.
That sounds like a lot of fun and interesting activities to do. What can attendees expect specifically on the opening night?
So the opening night is really a big welcome to the festival. It is a big welcome to the area. And the highlight film is we are showing Jim Cameron's recently released Deep Sea Challenge 3D. It is an amazing film. It is an amazing adventure. You get to see, up close the whole process of building that sub, how risky it was. It's an amazing and very, very inspiring film. So we're really thrilled to have that, and that'll be followed by a Q&A and some discussion about the state and future of ocean exploration with team members from the expedition. And who knows? We don't know if Jim will show up, but we're going to have lots of cool things in place, and hopefully he will get to be with us as well.
Well, here's hoping. I mean, you're already going to be showing Deep Sea Challenge. I know that Mission Blue is going to be shown as well, and I believe that Fabian Cousteau's Mission 31 is going to be involved as well. Can you speak to what all these films and the different aspects have to do with the exploration and innovation theme?
Absolutely. So a big part of what we feel like our role is as a platform, it is to get people to be aware, educated, inspired, motivated to become good ocean and environmental stewards. And Sylvia Earle's film Mission Blue is one of those that really, really addresses that. You get to know who Sylvia Earle is. She, in some circles she's not a household name, but she should well be, and hopefully this film will help promote that. And it is a really good understanding of the state of the ocean and why we should care, and get a little insight into her. Also, there's Fabian Cousteau's Mission 31, which was a groundbreaking underwater living within a habitat for 31 days. It was an amazing feat, and again, it is us pushing the boundaries of things that that are really complicated, but we need to not let them fall off the radar. They're very, very important to the health of the ocean and the health of all of us as well. And so we're just really thrilled to have these inspiring people and these inspiring films that help you to better understand the ocean and how it all connects to you.
Well, that's really great. Speaking of fantastic films and fantastic filmmakers, I'd like to introduce our next guest, who is an amazing filmmaker and is actually the executive producer of Blue Ocean Productions. Welcome to the Hangout, Jim.
Good morning.
Morning or afternoon, depending on where you are.
Can you hear me okay?
Hear you great.
Oh, that's great.
So
Actually,
tell us a little bit about your film, Swain's Island.
Sure. This film is actually Jean-Michel Cousteau's Ocean Future Society film. I helped produce it along with Jean-Michel. And Swain's Island is a tiny island located 200 miles north of American Samoa, and it's only reachable by boat. So when it was recently named a National Marine Sanctuary, the head of the National Marine Sanctuaries, Dan Basta, wanted to let people know about it. And so he invited Jean-Michel out to the island along with a team of scientists to help study the island and do the first systematic survey ever of the island, which is very remarkable because it's only a mile across and it's very remote, and it was used historically or prehistorically by ancient Polynesian navigators who used the island early to settle and then to spread out and migrate throughout the Pacific. So it was a very useful stopover. And also, a family ran a copra plantation on it for over 100 years, which is where you grow and harvest coconuts. So on the island, it's amazingly, Jean-Michel called the coral reefs there some of the most beautiful and healthy he's seen in the world. And so it's an incredible location to visit and explore. And I had the opportunity to join this expedition and film the scientists' work and Jean-Michel's exploration, and to put this film, Swain's Island, one of the last jewels of the planet, together.
Well, I'm looking and showing some of the photos here that you shared with me of the movie and the poster itself. The island itself looks amazingly gorgeous, and I just want to highlight, look how happy Jean-Michel looks right there. He looks so nice.
Yeah, he was very excited because, he really wanted to know what was out there in the middle of the Pacific. And since Swain's Island is really no taller than 30 feet at its highest point, you can't see it until you're several miles away from it. And so that was when Jean-Michel finally saw the tiny island after a 22-mile boat ride across from American Samoa.
Well, I can only imagine what type of giddy joy he felt and you felt through him. So your film, you submitted to Blue. What was it about this festival that attracted you to actually submit?
Well, Blue is the best meeting place for ocean films and ocean conservation. And so the focus on conservation and keeping our ocean healthy and what we all can do to take part in that is a real focus for Ocean Future Society, and one of the leading reasons why we put it in there. It's also a great place to get together with other filmmakers in a very inspiring format, and with equipment makers to talk about the different formats of film we can shoot. And so Blue Ocean Film Festival is a great venue, and I really look forward to visiting.
Well, speaking for myself, I'm looking forward to meeting you and talking all about your film and the work that you're doing. Can you speak a little bit to the thought process behind making the film, like how it was about exploration and innovation? I know, you already attested a little bit to Jean-Michel's glee at discovering for himself this island, but can you speak a little bit to that?
Yeah, well, Swain's Island, being 200 miles away from the nearest island and without an airport, with no one living on the island currently, it's been hit by hurricanes. But as far as feeling the pressure of what most of the planet is feeling with development and pollution and that sort of problems, Swain's remoteness helps shield it from that sort of activity. And so it's a great place to preserve and protect, and that's why it was added to the American Samoa National Marine Sanctuary recently. And with that designation, it will be allowed to be studied and protected for future generations. And making this film is another step in getting the word out that this place exists and it's special, and hopefully some more funding can go in to learn, just how this island works and what we need to protect.
Well, here's hoping, and I look forward to discussing a couple of different options in person with you. One last quick question: what are you excited most about the festival?
Well, I look forward to seeing so many different films and how people's stories are inspiring others. And so I get energized when I go to a film festival and I see other people's work, and I get to see our work shared with others. And so it's just inspiring. And the fact that it's conservation oriented just makes it so much better.
Well, here's, I totally agree with you on that. The conservation aspect is one of the big key draws for me. I would love to mention the fact that one of the participants at this festival, who I had the pleasure of meeting in person at the last Blue, Fabien Cousteau, as was mentioned by Debbie earlier, who of course is his son, Jean-Michel, just an amazing family in and of itself, spent 31 days underwater in the Aquarius Reef Base off the coast of Florida. And if people at home haven't checked out some of the amazing footage, some of the amazing activities that they did down there, you really should check it out. And keep in mind that at Blue, I believe that we are going to be highlighting some of that. I'd like to use this opportunity to introduce my next guests, who are very dear to Blue. They're ocean explorers, boating enthusiasts, filmmakers, and some of the cutest people I've ever met in my life. Ben and Teresa, they were actually the winners of our last YouTube contest, which is currently running. But welcome to the Hangout, Ben and Teresa.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, as I mentioned, at the last Blue Ocean Film Festival, you entered and won the Blue Ocean Film Festival YouTube contest. What is it like returning this year as a participant to the actual film contest?
Andrew, last year when we came, or 2 years ago when we came to Blue, we expected one thing, but we got so much more, and we were so excited by it and amazed by all the people that we met and the opportunities that opened up because of those people that we met. And from that moment on, we were determined to get our film finished and submitted to Blue and get accepted to Blue. That was our biggest goal. And it's the first film festival we submitted it to. It will be the premiere of our film, and we're really excited about this.
Well, personally, I'm very excited for you. So can you tell us about this project? What is, One Simple Question movie?
Well, it started out as a journey to find an iceberg aboard our small sailboat, and that was the whole goal, was just to go find an iceberg. And we got up to the northern end of Newfoundland, and we found one of the biggest icebergs to break off in the past 60 years, just by accident. We had no intention of finding that. It just was there when we were there, and that opened up a whole brand new story for us about climate change, and made our story so much bigger. And it was really organic development that way.
I think, though, that our goal for this film was not entirely to make an environmental film directly, but make one that would draw a larger audience than those people that are typically drawn to conservation media. And so it pairs this adventure aspect with this story of the journey of the iceberg, as well as the journey of the sailors and what they discover about the environment. It's kind of discovery process of the environment, but also an inner transformation as well.
Well, that speaks directly to this year's theme of exploration and innovation. Can you guys speak a little bit to that theme?
I love the theme, especially the exploration component. I think that one of the best ways to turn ordinary citizens into ocean advocates is through exploration. And whether that's just a simple walk on the beach and picking up stones and sea glass, or going scuba diving, or going sailing, which is what Ben and I like to do, it really allows people to make a personal connection with the ocean, and then it gives them a reason and a desire to want to be an ocean advocate and do what they can. Wallace J. Nichols is in our film, and we learned a lot from him. His book just came out, Blue Mind, and his ideas of how the brain connects with water and the amazing things that happen because of that. And so some of those themes are in our film, and it really speaks to us, and it's an eye-opener for us as well.
I can imagine. So I'm going to pose a question to you that I posed to Jim. What are you guys looking to forward to at the Blue? What thing is exciting you the most?
Oh gosh, I think it's the excitement and the energy that's there. I mean, it was a life-changing event for us last time, and we'll see what happens the second time. But I'm sure it's going to be just as exciting, and we're going to, I don't know, just be inspired as much as we were the first time.
I think the last time we were there, Blue was full of surprises. Like every day there was something new that we didn't expect. We flew out there expecting to just watch a bunch of really cool films, but we got to do that, but we got to meet a bunch of really cool people and see some great things happening.
So, I have to ask, since you guys were the winners of the last YouTube contest, can you give any advice to anybody who might want to, you know, try and win our contest this year? Any inside information?
Ooh, it's a good. I think, you know, with that video that we shot, we just spoke from our heart, and that seemed to be our only, well, our main tactic for winning.
Yeah. No, I think that what is nice about that video, or maybe what appealed to the judges at Blue or just the greater YouTube audience, was that it was genuine. We didn't try to fabricate anything or embellish on anything, it was just a genuine expression of ourselves.
Well, it definitely rang through viewing it. Yours was one of the amazing entries that came to the top, and of course we loved all the entries that we got and saw, but when it came down to the winner, your blue mind, blue heart, and love that you had for the ocean shone through. So hopefully this year, those of you at home who are watching this and want to participate in our YouTube contest, just make sure that your love shines through. Next up, I'd love to introduce an amazing guest that I got the opportunity to meet this year, an emerging National Geographic explorer, founder of a fishing tracking system called FishNet, and he is here today to tell us about a very special fellowship opportunity. Welcome to the Hangout Shop.
Thanks, Andrew.
How's it going?
It's going great.
So can you tell us about the Blue Conservation Fellowship?
Yeah, so, you know, as we all know, our oceans are at this critical point. They're facing greater challenges than any other time in history. But at the same time, like, our technological capabilities and our ability to communicate through things like the internet has surpassed what we could ever imagine. So we felt that the time is kind of ripe for innovation, and that the Blue Conservation Fellowship seeks to pull together some of these great ideas that are going on out there. And we chose to focus on the protection of marine reserves. So anyone can qualify for the $10,000 grant if their idea falls in one of three areas. The first being promoting public awareness through education. The second is engaging other citizens in networked stewardship. And the final is low-cost technologies to protect these marine reserves. So all they need to do is submit a short video explaining the solution, or even text if they're in a bandwidth-limited place. And the whole point of the campaign is help bring around greater awareness to protect marine reserves in our oceans. So they're fragile, and we need to think of innovative ways to protect them.
Can you speak a little bit to the actual contest itself, or the actual grant itself, and how the different partners came about to bring this project together?
Yeah, so the grant itself, it's basically if you could submit at least a 90-second video explaining your solution. It's all kind of gathered on this Create It website, create.it. That's kind of managing our campaign, and then people can vote for the solutions. And towards the end, we have a team of judges that will look at all the votes, and they'll look at all the solutions, and they'll pick a winner. And so we've got a great team of judges. There's Swift Engineering, which is this dynamic tech company that's really looking at these kinds of problems. We have Rod and Heidi Roddenberry, which are well-known philanthropists and conservationists. Jimmy Spithill, who's a Red Bull athlete and an America's Cup skipper. And then me, coming from my National Geographic Explorer and conservation technology background. So the interesting thing about this group is that, we cover technology, philanthropy, extreme sports, and conservation. And so a lot of times these campaigns are typically focused just in conservation communities, but we wanted to break out of the norm and reach out to people who are not traditionally reached out to. So any of those people can apply and suggest new ideas.
I'm really trying to imagine a really cool extreme sports video for this. So, can you tell us a bit about the submissions you've gotten so far? Are there any, good noteworthy ones that you can shine above the rest?
Yeah, I mean, we've got a great response. In a month, we've had over 5,000 people to the site and over 300 votes on 14 submissions. The submissions we have so far are focused more on like the network and education categories, but we're still early in the process. We know there's a lot of people in the pipeline that are expecting to apply to this, and we've been talking to some DIY tech communities to see if maybe they can come bring some of their open source technology solutions into this. So so we expect to see a lot more, and I kind of challenge anyone out there who has a tech solution to submit it to this and see if you can win. If anyone out there is interested, apply now. Submissions are going to be accepted until October 24th, and the more votes you get, the better. So.
You hear that, people out there? The gauntlet has been dropped. So you guys are actually going to be announcing the winner at Blue this year. Can you speak a little bit about that and how that developed?
Yeah, of course. So initially when we were talking about this with Rod, he thought that the Blue Film Festival would be like the perfect fit for it because of like the really passionate and influential ocean advocates that are there from around the world. We thought that that it would just be the great spot to kind of announce that winner. And so we got on a call with Debbie, and she secured us a spot to present that winner. And it's been a very positive relationship with Debbie and the festival. So we're just hoping, the Blue Film Festival draws these great films to it, and we thought that this partnership would help to boost the campaign and the cause even further, and bring some great ideas to it as well as along with those films.
Very true, and I have to agree that Blue would be a great place to announce this. And speaking from personal experience, I had the pleasure of meeting Rod and had the random ability of actually walking down a runway in one of the dive team's deep water suits, which was an interesting experience at Blue. To speak a little bit more about interesting experiences at Blue, I want to throw it back to Deb to cover a little bit more about the festival, just to wrap up some of this conversation. So, Deb, I'm throwing it back to you.
Hey. The festival is really shaping up to be awesome. It's going to be a jam-packed week again. Online, the schedule's up, but there's only like a third of the events that are already up there. So if people are looking at it, don't even think that's just the start of it. We're populating things every day. And it's shaping up to be bigger and better and more exciting than ever.
Wow, I can't even imagine it being bigger, better, and more exciting than the amazing festival that I went to a couple years ago. Are there any other notable speakers or discussions that you want to highlight?
Yeah, we have some amazing speakers coming in. We have the first man to hike to both the North and South Pole unassisted, Sir Robert Swan, who will be our opening keynote. And not only is he an explorer, but he's a huge advocate for environmental stewardship and individual responsibility. And it's a bit of a motivational kind of speaker guy. I mean, he's really an interesting individual, and he's planning another expedition back to Antarctica, all on sustainable energy. And so he will be quite interesting. And then we have Phil Newton, who is one of our legacy award winners this year, who follows in Don Walsh's footsteps. And Phil is he's a Renaissance man of all things, but he's most known for his company, which designs submersibles and for ocean exploration. He was very much on CNN during the search for the Malaysian airline, but he's exciting. And we even have a few celebrities that it's probably a little premature to announce those, but we have some who will probably be participating on some panels who are environmental advocates and people that most of the audience would know who they are.
Well, I personally am waiting with bated breath to see who that's going to be. Can you, we mentioned this earlier, but I would love to hear from you a little bit about the YouTube contest for this year. Can you speak a little bit to that, to anybody who might be interested in trying to get to Blue through the YouTube contest?
Yeah, the YouTube contest is a special thing for us. I mean, it is kind of an add-on to the international film competition that we do throughout the year, which is a very robust event. We had 360 submissions from 45 countries. It was, an amazing collection of films that came in, and that is at the heart and soul of what Blue is about. But the YouTube contest also is a way to expand on these developing platforms for distributing your content. And we're firm believers that film, visual media is the way you can change the world. You just have to get it out there. And now more than ever, a good story is so important. So it's just not the fact that you can shoot a film. Now you got to be able to be a good communicator. But it truly is, you can truly reach people all around the world, and you can make a difference. We see it all the time. And so it's an amazing time and to have your voice heard. And so we want to help facilitate that. We have lots of participation so far, some fun films. I think that we really expect something that highlights. I mean, Ben and Teresa were just, their film, they were exactly right. It did touch us emotionally. We could feel that. We were on their journey with them, and just so happy that they came and had the experience that they did. I think that worked out wonderfully for all of us, and it's very rewarding, and for us too, to be able to help facilitate those things. But more and more, we want to be, helping to promote the social media platforms and this whole new era of new ways to have your content seen.
Well, not just new ways to see your content seen, but this year Blue has a mobile app, if I'm not mistaken, that's available on Google Play and the I don't have a iPhone, so I'm not sure what it's called. Play Store? What's it called?
Google Play.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about the app and how that came about?
Yeah, sure. And before I just drop off the YouTube contest, I just wanted to mention the theme, which is, what do you do to keep the ocean blue? And it really is, it can be anything individual, whether you're a biology teacher, or you're out there on an expedition vessel, or you walk the beach and pick up plastic. All of us contribute and can contribute, and we really want to highlight those individual efforts of people. So no matter what you do, this contest you can participate. Hang on just a second. What did you ask me? I'm so sorry.
So it was about the mobile app and how that came.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, that thing. Oh, yeah. So we're real excited to we have our own branded mobile app that will have the schedule on it. And you can go to the iTunes store, you can go to Google Play. It works on Androids and iPhones and iPads. So you'll be able to download that, and you can see that the schedule. You'll be able to sort by day, by venue, by type. Because we are a robust event, we have a lot of different things you can do, from buying a single screening ticket to taking a master class to a hands-on workshop to doing a pass all week, taking in parties. So it's a way to help organize that a bit, and it's on the fly as something we need. Our word around here is being fluid, because something always changes, and fluid works well with the ocean as well. So, but it is a way for us to help let all the attendees know if there's any changes or something has moved, or hopefully nothing, or that if there's an event they just don't want to miss.
Totally got you. Speaking of things being fluid, not everything changes too much. You can still get passes for Blue, correct?
Absolutely. So we have a different variety of passes. There's the one who wants to just have the all-inclusive experience, take in all the best of Blue, who has an interest in the technology, in the filmmaking, kind of moving their career forward, or also maybe deciding they want to get into filmmaking and photography. And we are a film festival, but it is not just limited to the film medium. I mean, we have a lot of photographers who participate. We have a lot of scientists who want to become better communicators. So from that standpoint, the Blue Well Pass is a great value. It gets you into all the things, and really you get to meet some people. A lot of this is kind of once in a lifetime opportunity to be up close and personal and be mentored by these people. We have student rates. You can do a day pass. And then some of the events will be, some of the keynotes and some of the marquee events in the evening will have some individual tickets later on as we get just a little bit closer to the festival.
And where can people buy these tickets?
You can go to our website, which is www.blueoceanfilmfestival.org, or you can download our app. So if you just search for that, and you'll see a schedule come up, and you can just click on each one, and it'll give you an explanation. And if you want to buy a ticket or a pass, it will take you to our Eventbrite account, and where you can do that.
Well, that's really great to hear, and I hope that those of you who are out there right now thinking about joining the festival, either through the YouTube contest or buying a pass directly, you now know, go directly to the website and everything will be answered there for you. We are currently kind of at the end of our hangout, so I would love to throw it back to our participants to kind of give a final thought about this hangout and about the event as we're coming up. I'd love to start off with Jim. Can I have you speak a little bit to the final thoughts?
Sure. Well, thank you for allowing us to take part in this Google Hangout and for allowing us to talk about our film Swains Island. I look forward to seeing you all at the festival. I can't wait to see other films and to see your reaction from seeing our film. So thank you so much.
Looking forward to meeting you in person myself. Shaw, I'd love to throw it to you next. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see the kind of stuff that comes out of the Blue Ocean Film Festival, and to meet you guys as well once I'm there. But I do want to just once again, if anybody knows anyone who has any great ideas or anyone who's looking to take that next step on just this innovative solution for marine reserves, just send them the competition and get them involved. We'd love to look to see what's out there and potentially get them to the Blue Film Festival if they're the winner.
Fantastic. Let's spread the word on that. Ben and Teresa, your final thoughts?
I think that I'm just going to reflect what Debbie said a minute ago about how Blue is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. That's how we felt when we were there. It opened up some connections and some doors for us and some great friendships. We refined our focus for our next project that we're launching soon. And we're really excited to go back and hopefully feel that same kind of energy. And Shaw, I do actually have someone that I'm going to send your way for that. So, but did you have anything else?
No, just excited to
Just
be there.
excited.
Thanks for having us on this hangout.
All right. Happy to have you. Deb, final thoughts?
Yeah, just each and every one of these participants on this hangout are just great individuals. Swains Island is a fantastic film. Ben and Teresa's film is great. Something you won't want to miss. I'm really excited that this project, this award, and this competition for innovative solutions to protect marine reserves. I'm so honored that they chose Blue to launch that, to announce that. We want to help facilitate that, because we are all about solutions. That's what we want. There are problems, but we know that there are solutions, and there are people who have ways to solve that. So we're really just delighted to have that initiative with us. And and this is, again, just kind of a tip of the iceberg. Lots and lots of very cool things to come. And want to mention, let's not forget to, we've got a hashtag. It's the hashtag ExploreBlue2014, which will take you to the landing page, also tell you about the app, and then you can go into the website from there.
Most definitely. That's a bit of the digital versus, or digital and real world divide that's kind of bridging the gap. For those of you who can make it to Blue, you should get there with bells on. It's an amazing experience, and those of us who have been on this hangout before or who are on this hangout who have been to the festival before can say that it's life-changing. It just, for lack of a better term, it's a life-changing experience. If you can't make it to the actual festival, do keep tabs on us, as Debbie mentioned, through the hashtag ExploreBlue2014. That'll keep track of pretty much anything that's being posted about it, and hopefully we'll see you in beautiful St. Petersburg. Till then, have a great day, and don't forget to get in the water.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.